All right, guys, what is good? What is happening? It's Carnage Chuck, and I'm here with Carnage Greg, Tally, and Tank, and we're going to be talking about skill-based matchmaking, just kind of our thoughts and opinions on it, since not a lot of people get to ask us. I guess some of the bigger people, I don't really know how to exactly phrase it, but they don't really talk to us a lot about that, and so we figured we'd share opinions in like a group sort of call thing here. So, anybody want to take it away here, real quick? Tank, I think I'm just going to give it to you because you're always opinionated.
Thank you. Well, with
Say
this
something.
group, we've got a good balance. We've got two pub stompers here and two commentators, so we're obviously going to get a good wide variation on our opinions. And also, me and Talia both pub stomped in at separate games. Like he's more of a Infinity Ward pub stomper. I did it more in Treyarch games. So we're going to get some really good opinions. But in my personal opinion, I don't think skill-based matchmaking has to be there. I don't necessarily agree with it. Anyone else?
I like it.
According to Drifter, we're all assholes, so that's not nice.
Very sad face.
It is very sad, nice.
The feels.
I mean, the whole point of skill-based matchmaking is to basically, obviously, again, fucking play against people of your same skill. But isn't the point of getting better at a video game or just anything in general to play against kids that are obviously better than you and get your ass whipped by them? But if you're constantly playing the same kids over and over again, you're not going to get any better. You're just going to stay at the same thing. You're not going to reach your plateau.
Let's put it this way, Tally. Imagine if you're playing a game like Guitar Hero, you're getting your ass beat, and then the game just says, I'm just going to make it easier for you. Like,
it's like putting Always Green on for Guitar Hero.
yeah, it's like, no, but the game does it on purpose. It's like, let's not help him get better. Let's just make it easier for him. That's, like, it doesn't belong in an online multiplayer game, in my opinion.
The main way, like all of us, we all started on older Call of Duties when there wasn't skill-based matchmaking. We actually had to get good because playing Call of Duty at a high intensity level is not something that you just have a born, given ability to be able to play well. You have to actually practice and play a lot. And that's I had a total transition in Modern Warfare 2. I sucked in the beginning, I got nuked, chopper gunnered every game, and then by the end of the game I was doing that to everyone else. You just get better, and that's just how progress works. And I think nowadays it's just geared towards the kids who suck, and if they continue to do that, that's the reason COD's going downhill. The old people that enjoyed the older games, they don't enjoy the newer games anymore because it's just they try to make it everyone on the same level. That's why death streaks were there and things like that. I mean, it ruined the game.
Well, let's be honest right now. It isn't even skill-based matchmaking. It's stat-based matchmaking. If it was skill, you would have a rank number. Like if you're playing something like StarCraft or League of Legends. It's just determined mainly on KD, win-loss, and probably SPM. That doesn't determine how good you are. It just determines how much you play the
You
objective.
want to determine how good you are, go play ranked play. That's
Ranked play should have been the only
point of
thing
ranked
with
play
it.
to see how good you are.
How ranked play doesn't even have a skill system. It just has a league system. I want if they want to do it right where you get to see your skill level. Why do you not get to see your skill level, the numbers it gives you? It's just, you just got to estimate on how good it makes you. The system thinks you are.
I even noticed this in ranked play. I played with someone that was on a reverse boosted account in league ranked play, and it was way easier. We were getting terrible people.
Nita dropped a solo double in ranked play.
Yeah, and then when you go play with someone that's actually good and they on a normal regular account, everyone else is pretty much really good. And I know Chuck wants to say something, so we'll go to Chuck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was just remembering, as you said, about ranked and league play. I'm pretty sure it was me and you actually went into a ranked play match, and I remember we were playing something like Hardpoint on Detroit, and we were just literally sitting on top of the little thing in the middle of the map where BDOM is. Just it was literally that easy. You could just watch the kids run at you from either direction because they were so bad.
Yeah, I played with Kiwi.
Stupid,
he got a few DNAs when we played.
Yeah, and there's also games when Tank was talking about StarCraft. I'm pretty sure there's a little bit more statistics and everything that goes into a game like that. So I guess you get ranked or matched with better people or people that's more accurate to your skill level. I mean, because COD, you got your KD, your win-loss, and your SPM are the three deciding factors that really goes in. No one's gonna record how many times you out boost jump somebody or kill them. That doesn't There's no like sort of statistic for that.
If it's on
And-
skill-based matchmaking, what it should just be is 100% on, like your wins. You get plus points for winning, and against the other people, and the amount of points you receive is, how good the enemy team is.
I feel like if they did it off wins, though, a lot of people would back out if they were getting smashed in the beginning of a game.
Well, then you lose points, obviously, but
Well, yeah,
that's
I mean, that's kind of how ranked plays.
well, let's not get this mistaken. That's if they want to do a skill-based matchmaking system correctly. We don't want that because we don't agree that public match should have skill-based matchmaking.
It should just be casual.
It should be
especially if I
based
go
on
back-
connection, so we can
Well,
have
yeah.
like people in your area, so you can have a
Yeah,
better
yeah.
connection. I used to play against
if I-
people that lived down the street from me.
Exactly. Like in BO2, I could get connected to people living in my town.
Yeah.
Like it was that good.
But now
Yeah.
with Advanced Warfare, you're getting fucking connected with Pedro Eduardo Martinez in Mexico.
I got connected-
Oh my god.
dropped my
On
first
MW3.
solo double on,
Oh.
I dropped my first solo double on Finnish people.
In
Like,
Modern
that's-
Warfare
that's
3, if
two
it was
things
like a
that win.
Spanish lobby, I would just back out. I knew I was gonna get
That was like
destroyed.
my every lobby. Like, no matter if you had what it would call a 50 ping lobby, which is the best lobby, you'd still get, Pedro Eduardo Martinez the third, and with his fucking cousins in there and shit from like down the road playing you, and you'd be wondering why. And I'd be like, I live straight smack dab in the middle of like goddamn America. Why am I getting
We got to
paired up against people in Mexico?
We got to remember something. This is COD we're playing. It's an FPS. It's a low bullet to kill FPS. It's not something like League of Legends or StarCraft where
Where it actually takes some strategy to play.
it's where higher ping can be beat by strategy like more. But in COD, it's all 100% on your bullet registration, and you can't be playing on like anything over like a 80 ping. In my opinion, is pretty much unplayable on. Like you're gonna literally hear the hit markers. Like you can count the individual hit markers, and that should never be happening.
What
You
they sorry,
like,
go ahead.
should be able to drop people as soon as like you pull that trigger. Like
What-
that's how COD's meant to be.
What they should have done in this COD is had it like Black Ops 2, where they had a thing where you could pick like normal, you could pick advanced, like there was different settings of
Oh, there's
like
different
best connection, like,
there's, like
you know what I mean?
local,
Yeah.
normal
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
bad, and it was
Yeah.
based on your like connection, your upload and your download. Like if you had a strict NAT type, then you basically were supposed to play on like poor or like any, and so you could get matched up. And I know PubStars actually use that to their advantage to get with more noobs, so you could have like a wider sort of connection radius.
And also remember in Modern Warfare 3, I don't know if they're going to incorporate it into this, but in Modern Warfare 3, you could shut off the DLC maps. I think that was a good option
love
they
that.
should implement into Advanced Warfare. Hopefully it will, because Sledgehammer
But
worked
most
on
pub
Modern Warfare
stoppers are
3.
probably not even going to buy the DLC because they know a lot of tryhards are going to
Yeah.
have the season pass already. So there's no point in
I
anything
feel like
happening.
Well, that
Yeah,
was
it's
the
like
nice
skill
feature of
bases.
having it, so you could shut it off.
Well, yeah, skill based I feel like is almost amplified though when you get DLC. It's
Okay.
like as soon as you get DLC, it takes it and it like makes your skill gap like not any sort of like to the less, but it like straight up puts it so you can get paired with players that are like 10 times better
Well-
than you, which doesn't happen that often for like.
Plus, even
people that
then,
are
like the
good.
kids that are gonna have the map packs and aren't the greatest, they're probably gonna go play Exo Zombies. So
Well, let's be
that's
honest.
probably
Right
even
now.
less noobs and more tryhards still playing the DLC.
Let's be honest right now. If they wanted to, like, they obviously want the new players to get good. So why don't they put like a boot camp system? Like, do you know, COD World at War, it had a system. If you was under rank 10, the first, like, the thing above TDM was called boot camp.
It was in Black
And-
Ops 2 as well.
Yeah, but the problem with
but
that is that
it
if
wasn't
you-
like at the first one. It was under like combat training, weren't it?
Oh, the problem with World of War is that
Yeah.
if you stayed in that lobby, you couldn't be kicked. So you can be like at level 40.
Well,
If you
obviously,
stayed in that
but-
lobby, you could.
and
still play
also
against
and also there's a way to glitch into it, but like that's what they should do. If they like don't put skill-based matchmaking, just put new players against new players so they can get somewhat decent, and then when the game decides that they're good enough to move on to the real players, then they move on. I can understand they obviously don't want like Mr. Iguardo, his first game on, to be playing against like me and he get triple DNA'd.
Well, that's why
Like,
they
yeah.
always say, like, are you sure you don't want to play the story mode first?
Yeah, clear, but they don't want that to happen. So why don't they just put him against people his skill level for the first few games until he's somewhat capable, and then move him on to like people like just random population.
What it
I was
should
hoping
what it
kinda like
should
Ghost
do
where
is
they had,
actually
like a demo.
they should actually measure how good they are in those boot camp, and then once you get like a certain score per minute, you start playing well, then you get moved up to like the next tier or something. they actually want to do that whole
Or just make them play against
type
the
of
entire
thing.
population. It's like if they don't want their experience to get ruined, like just give them a nice, pleasant experience at the start, and then an hour in, just put them against everyone else, so they know they
Yeah.
know what it's about.
Because I know there's kids even on Advanced Warfare that'll go into lobbies and like I'm not going to be the first to admit this that they are literally downright detriments. Like they will literally sit in the back of the map or
Yep.
they will sit in their spawn and they will like literally sit and watch you move and they won't shoot at you or like their reaction time is literally not fast enough.
They'll
them to
try
kill
and
you.
score up.
Cool
They'll
to have
try and
an
score
idea.
uplink points in
Here.
their own goal.
I mean,
Pretty cool to
Yeah,
have an
like,
idea
those
where,
people-
like, if you had, say there was like a little thing that asked you like before you played, say, oh, is this your first COD you've ever played, or is this like your second, third, fourth, or are you really experienced with every other COD? They should have that, and if you only play like one or two other CODs, they should probably consider putting you into something a little bit more. That's, I don't know.
you should have to
towards
check off
kids
which
that haven't
CODs
played
you've
as much
actually.
so that they have a better feel for
You
the
should
game
actually have to
off that.
check off the CODs that you've actually played because honestly,
Or
like
there's just gonna be a section of like, say like 0, 1 to 3, 4, and 5 plus.
yeah.
Like, or just like they have for the first game you ever play of COD Advanced Warfare, you play boot camp, and if the game determines you're good enough, you can't play boot camp anymore, and you have to play public, normal public matches
That'd be
like
good,
it was in Mod
yeah.
3.
But do you think people would actually? I mean, yeah, they would want to get out of that, obviously.
That would be the
Of
first
course.
game you ever play.
Everyone wants to move on. If I literally say, what if it's like, oh, you can only play boot camp? It's like, nobody wants to play boot camp. Like, it makes them look stupid, like bad.
Well,
So
why don't you just play against bots? They have 4 different levels of bots. You
Yeah,
play
like-
the first game on the horrible recruit bots, then you move up the bots, and then once you can win a game on veteran, then you go and play.
veterans.
Veteran actually to
bullshit.
be
That's-
fairly,
It's hard, yeah.
Oh.
They like aimbot you.
Yeah, like, I don't
they
play,
know where you are at all times.
or just play against a few like bad players at their skill level. Like, the thing with COD, which is annoying, well, with pretty much every single online game, there's no like strategy guide for it. There's no like, this is what you do. This is like, the only way to find out what to do is either YouTube or play the game. So it's like there's a huge like, learning curve. Like, and that's the problem with newer players. They get overwhelmed so easily, and that's why I'm guessing they put skill-based matchmaking in the game so they don't get overwhelmed.
Especially with Advanced Warfare, because there's so many new things to implement in this game that are not traditional with Call of Duty, like
mean,
the Exo abilities.
I feel like
That must be
now
overwhelming as fuck for people that first played this
now it
game.
would be so hard to get into it. Like that's why I have a fear of like playing League of Legends because there's just so much stuff going on. Like I wouldn't know what to do. Like eventually you learn it, but like that's why people liked COD 4 so much. It was just so simple. There was like 5 perks that you could pick from. They had it. I mean, it was just a lot easier to make a class. And now with the like pick system, people don't know what to pick and like all these different things.
Well, I want to put it on.
Coming from like a
Oh, carry on,
oh
Chuck.
sorry
Go.
Oh, okay. Well, it's like, say, coming from like a new player's perspective, like I remember picking up like Modern Warfare 2. I mean, I would read the description of the perks and what they did and try to outfit like my character to, like what I did within the game. Like I never thought about going for nukes when I first played. So I mean, of course, I never ran scavenger. I ran like a TAR 21 with like a silencer. I put on Sleight of Hand. I put on Stopping Power, and then probably put on like Commando.
That's
I
probably for
played on
sure.
default.
You're probably a somewhat
Yeah.
intelligent person. You're not like Eduardo over there who has like a D average.
Well, now if you think about it, I mean, YouTube has blown up Call of Duty like out of proportion now. So like
can find
you
so
have
many
you have
setups,
T
too.
Martin telling people like, oh, this is the best gun, so all the noobs are gonna use that gun. That's why still in Advanced Warfare, even in the noob lobbies, you see everyone with either a BAL, an AK-12, or an ASM-1. Like 99% of people.
Or even in BO1, Rapid Fire, Grip 74U.
exactly.
Mod 3, it was the LMG Thermal Sight, and Type 95 before that got nerfed.
Oh, that was
And then
good.
The Type
BO2, what was it?
95 is so
MSMCs
good.
all over the place.
Well, I want to talk about like something different. Like
And the AN-94.
talk about a different topic. Like when we first started playing COD, it was like you got so hyped after your first kill. Like you'd have goals and you'd slowly work up. Like say you get your first kill, and then from your first kill to say like getting multiple kills a game, it may take an hour or two to get to that like skill level. And then say to go in multiple kills a game to go in say 0.5, 0.75 KD, then it would take days. And then from going 575 to a 1 KD,
It was
would
just a
take-
progression of
it
how
would
much you
take
played.
weeks or months. So when you achieved that, it was a grind. It took months sometimes to get that good. But in this COD now, it's like within I guarantee if I say like we got a new player to play the card, he could be neutral in the first week or so. So there's no progression, there's no like grind or anything. You're not happy
Because
with
the skill-based matchmaking is gonna play the same
Yeah.
kids over and over and over
But
again.
also,
Yeah.
also you never actually get you don't really get better because you're just playing like you get better. Well, let's put it this way: you get better, obviously, but you get better, but you do the exact same if you're a new player. So you get better, you go even, then you get even better,
That's-
you keep going even, and like that's what.
That's
skill-based
exactly what I was
matchmaking
about
does.
to say.
Tank, can you
Like when I was talking about that. What?
Tank, you should talk about that calculation thing that you told me like last week.
What about the chances of getting a DNA on
Yeah,
somebody's skill?
yeah.
Well, the chances of getting in the older cards, even at, like, with the older cards where there was no skill-based matchmaking, like Mod 3, a new player, the guy who just started playing the game could get a Moab. It's obviously never gonna happen, probably, or it's really rare, but he could. But with skill-based matchmaking is, like, why is there even a DNA in the game? Because you're never gonna get it unless skill-based matchmaking messes up and puts you in the wrong type of lobby. Like, that's the only way you can get a DNA in this game.
Well, the only reason they put it in is to please the pub snobbers, but
Yeah.
they pissed off all the pub snobbers to begin with, the
Like,
skill-based matchmaking,
the
because
chances-
no one could really get it.
The chances of getting a DNA against somebody, your skill level is, obviously you kill them 50% of the
Very
time,
low.
so it's 0.5 to the power of 30. It's like 1 in 7 billion or 70 billion, or it's something so low it's never, ever, ever gonna happen. So
I got like
you get
one
really, really
DNA
lucky.
in the
So-
first like 2 weeks.
me and Tally both got DNA's first day the game came out, and the only reason we got it is because the game put us in the wrong lobby for our skill. That's the only way. Like, the only reason. Like, the skill-based matchmaking messed up and it put us in the wrong lobby, and then we got DNA. That's the only way you can do good in Advanced Warfare.
Along with playing like a pussy, that helped too, but
But
that's
the only
besides the
way
point.
you can do good in Advanced Warfare is if skill-based matchmaking messes up, puts you in the wrong lobby, and then you destroy noobs who you should never play against. And that's
And
obviously
then those are the noobs.
stupid.
Yeah, that have like literally no thumbs. The kids that just sit there and aim at you. But then the thing is with skill based, you get put in that lobby like time after time after time. Every time that person goes on to play, like you're never gonna get better at that. You're playing the same downright like kids that have no thumbs every single game. Versus when I started playing, I played against kids like in my first few hours in the game that are probably second, third, fourth, and fifth prestige. And then I play kids that were, also like extremely terrible. It's like a mixture, and that's the
Yeah.
reason I
Well-
got better. It's because I played a mixture of people. I got dicked on, then I dick on some others.
Well,
It was
here's
just
the thing in COD.
it was different.
Well, there's a thing in COD. There's more bad players than good players. So in older CODs, say you'd play 10 games of bad players, then you play 1 game of good players. So do you know, like, you at least get, like, challenged. And it's all like, based on odds. It's like you have a equal chance of getting into bad players or good players or whatever the odds are. Like,
It's
it's,
kind of like 50-50.
but in this
almost.
game, it's like, oh, you get put against players what the game thinks is your skill in quotations, but then like 99% of the time that
8%
happens, but then 1% of the time the game messes up and puts you in the wrong lobby. Like that's obviously a problem, like, because you're never going to be having fun. But also, I want to touch on, do you know people who say that you're selfish if you reverse boost? I don't obviously
Yeah.
think that because like, they can back out. If they don't want to play against you, they can back out. It doesn't harm them in one slightest.
Like, the main reason I wanted to get a reverse boost lobby was to have fun again, because
Exactly.
I was so sick of just playing and going, like, barely positive with, like, 2 KD for the entire game, like, 36, and, like, 18. Like, I want to have fun, and the only way you can really have fun in the newer CODs, for me that's been playing for, like, 6 years, is by having, like, just a variety. You want to actually have a goal. Like, us, we're all obviously like above average players. Well, maybe not me, but like we all have fun. We all have a goal to go. Like, when I play, I want to get 1 DNA bomb in the game I'm playing, whereas like you might want to get like 3 tank or something. Like,
Yeah,
we
like-
all have a goal, and if we can't set goals and actually think we're gonna reach them, then what's the point of playing?
Well, earlier I talked about how noobs, they have their goals of going, like, positive. Like, do you know, it takes weeks for them to achieve their goals. Well, our goals are different.
Yeah.
Like, unless I get something like a triple DNA or a really, really fast DNA or high-scoring gameplay, like, I'm not happy. Like, it wasn't a good game. Like, the only way I can achieve my goal is by doing something like that, and skill-based matchmaking makes that, like, no goal. I don't want
No, it's literally impossible.
I don't want my goal to be dropping a 4 KD. That's stupid.
That's what my
That's
goal
something
was.
you can
while I
even
was
drop
playing
against tryhards
against-
if you really went hard at it. That's not that hard.
Yeah,
it's
that was
just,
my goal while playing against tryhards, was essentially to drop like a 2 to 3 KD, not to get like a DNA bomb. Like think about this, even before we had the patch to move everything up to 100 points, try getting 1,000-point UAV against tryhards. That was
I
like
used to
20
yeah
fucking kills.
I used to run the UAV. I remember I got it at 17 kills. Like it
Like,
was
you know how
that bad.
often you'd get that?
Yeah, I get it.
It wasn't that often.
I got my UAV twice a game to get a double.
I got to
DNA.
the point where we only ran like speed on the UAV. It
Like,
was only like 9 kills.
I used to jump on flags and stuff. Like, I used to whore the objective just to even get a UAV. Like, it was that bad. Like, but also want to talk on like Michael Condrey. He said something along the lines of average KD has gone up. And if anyone here has like done anything big, like revolved around high school statistics, they know that average KD can never go up. Like, it can because the average KD is 0.99, obviously, because or 98, depending on how many suicides. But how can the game go up? Because how can the KD go up? Because if the KD goes up, like for the lower players, that all it does is bring the higher KD players down. So KD can never go up. Well, in fact, in this game, the KD average is probably even further down because there's everyone killing themselves 200 times every game.
Or there's
Or just getting
people
a
getting
modded
hacked
account
out.
with like
Yeah.
500k, 600k deaths.
What's-
You can't tell me with the amount of people that got him, it hasn't affected that gap.
It's just developers are usually just plain and simple lie to you. If he's telling you that the average KD has gone up, which it obviously mathematically can't go up, he's obviously lying about other things. He's not telling the truth about it.
I have a question for you guys. So, say skill-based matchmaking is patched and they take it out of the game next week. What's your first move after if they make that?
They're gonna. First thing I'm gonna say is
You
they've
keep
ruined
playing.
they've ruined our community because they've set like we've been playing against the worst players, obviously, because we're reverse boosting, and because of that, like our community on YouTube is gonna be dead because they're all expecting triple DNAs, and when we've ran out of
We
our
ain't gonna
triple
get that
DNA,
shit.
well, what you say?
We ain't gonna get that if we're
Yeah,
playing against a very like good combination of good and bad players. Like that
Yeah,
shit
So,
doesn't
so you
happen.
just think what they need to do is in the next COD just not have it, and then that
Yeah,
would keep
can't-
Don't have it.
keep the standards lower. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it can't
agree.
be there and then not be there. Like, they can't change it up. Like, it has to always be.
It has to be like mod free and
Has to be
BO1
consistent.
whenever it's just random.
It has to
Has to be like
constant-
Yeah,
You can't have
it kind of reminds me of BO2 when I used to play, just like Ground War, and I just remember being like, oh shit, like this guy, he's gonna be running to this portion of the map. Like I know where the bad players were gonna go, but you'd always be looking out for that maybe that one tryhard that was on the enemy team. Like
That would either flank or just
I don't
go a
look for
different
that
route.
anymore. Yeah, I don't look for that anymore. Everyone's just so like in
Everyone
a
just
generic
goes to the same
spot.
spot.
Well,
Yeah,
well-
everyone's a tard, so everyone does like okay. Sometimes people go to abnormally retarded spots, but I mean, other than that, there's nothing like next level about what they do. Everybody on comeback that's a tard will rush straight into B dom. Like they'll keep sprinting, they won't pre-aim it or nothing. A good player is gonna boost in there. He's gonna jump up. He's gonna be pre-aiming and everything. But tards don't do that. There's no variety. I'm playing against tards. Like that's it.
like,
The thing, there's always going to be campers. I mean, that's something that just can't be fixed.
No matter how hard
it
you
can't-
try,
it
if they
can't
like
be fixed.
diminish the health by the amount of time you sit in a corner,
Easy
or
way
if
to
all of a
fix it.
sudden like
The easy way to
they
fix
did
it.
in,
Like,
try to do
the
in
way-
cranked, where if you don't get a kill and you die, which should be implemented as just basically anything, but that's beside the point.
Battlefield.
But people then will still find a way to camp in cranked.
Battlefield fixed scout sniper campers. Like when you ADS for like 5 seconds, you have like a huge glare in your scope. Like you can see it if you like you could literally see that thing if you had your eyes closed. It was that bright. So like that's how they fix campers. Like COD, way to fix campers. They have like a beep on the UAV or something. Like just like a red dot comes up. Like if you don't.
Like
a little
the blast
ping.
suppressor, or the thing that
Yeah, like,
beaks when
they-
you.
What they did in Ghost and Black Ops 2, if you were running Ghost and you were sitting in a corner, you would still show up on the UAV.
Yeah,
That is good.
why did they go back to the Infinity Ward style with Ghost on this game? Like
Because they're dumb.
there's a fix.
Well, I'm
like-
pretty sure it's because the like Oracle or the wall hack type of streak for what is it like threat
The
detection?
counter
I
for
don't
it.
even.
But even then,
Yeah, it
people will
really
still
doesn't
run
matter.
blind eye or cold blooded, whatever counters it. The
the
ultimate
thing
camper
is, when you
class
run
is
into
going to be
a
low
bullet-
profile, blind eye, cold blooded, and then it could be really anything for the third tier, like blast suppressor. That's the ultimate stealth class right
Blast
there.
Suppressor is literally the best perk in the game, I think.
Tough
Well, I
dice
think
is
one of the other
best,
things-
best
Annoying
blast
perks.
suppressor's up there.
It's one of the most annoying perks to play against. Let's put it that way.
Like if you have someone that has blast suppressor on, you're fucked. Because you
Exactly.
have no
Like
idea
if you
where
play
they're
against
coming
somebody that's good that has blast suppressor on, then you are there's no doubt you're just fucked.
I think the thing that annoys me the most about this game is how the fact with the sound. Like, I have Astros, obviously, but in, like, Modern Warfare 3, if you're using, like, whatever the perk was that you could see...
Rep Pro.
Yeah, SitRep Pro, you could literally hear people across the map, and you got so good at the game that you were like, okay, he's walking on wood, I know exactly where he is. He's running on metal, or like he's going up metal stairs. Like, you know exactly where those people are, and it wasn't even... literally, you didn't even need a UAV. You were just that good at the game, and they need to add that back to the whole Call of Duty thing, because that
Well, the problem is that the Evan has like such good sound horn. People are gonna want to sit in corners more and try and camp them out.
That was the
and
problem
try
with
and hear them.
SitRep.
I had a lot of fun playing like Search and Destroy in Modern Warfare 3, where like you needed to like pay attention. Like, even the pros, like that made it way more competitive in my opinion.
What, more sound horn?
Well, more
I
sound
didn't like
horn.
that because then it's just people playing passive.
I mean, it was
stuff to go off.
fun. I don't know.
I like
They
it where there's
patched it in
no
Modern
loud
Warfare 3,
footsteps
so
because
it's
you can just run
louder.
around more and more freely.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we need to get back on the topic of skill-based matchmaking, but one thing what's annoying me about it is they keep diminishing the skill gap. Like, at least Advanced Warfare, they made the skill gap slightly more higher with the exo movements, but, like...
It didn't matter. You played against players your own skill level
I also
anyway.
feel like in this game they just focused a little too much on competitive. Just a little bit.
Way too
No,
much.
no. Well, at least the rank, no. The straight competitive, yeah, maybe.
Even
but
just the
not-
regular playlist. See, there's 6 rounds in Search.
6 rounds in Surge. There's
I don't play
rotating
Surge, so I don't know.
Everything else is pretty much just standard. Like, uplink is the same, hardpoint is the same, CTF is obviously the same. Like, a lot of the things that they did are similar to what they would do in competitive. But even then, like, the guns, like, there's at least 1 to 2 guns in each class that everyone uses. The BAL, the AK, the ASM-1. That's pretty much it. Same thing in comp. BAL.
Let's think of another
Black Ops
problem.
too.
Let's think of another problem. The supply drops. Like, I've seen Michael Condrey's been tweeting about there's a way to get supply drops, whichever one you want now, if you put the time into the gun or something like that. Nobody knows the method yet, but like when
Yeah, it's
bad
gonna be
players-
challenges.
It's like bad player level 17 gets Obsidian Steed, and you just sat there like,
No,
why?
I've seen a level 4 with a rip. Like, that doesn't make
Yeah,
any
I've
sense.
seen so many level like 10s and 12s.
We all
They run
have,
around the
man,
AK-12
for real.
rip. I'm like, what in the actual fuck? I have 3 days worth of playtime, and the best thing I get is a pair of
Like,
fucking
here's how it goes for
like
me.
a
It seems like if
AMR9
you're
nuke
somewhat good, the best thing you'll ever get is an elite jacket. If you're terrible, you'll get a fucking rip. Like,
It's like a way
what more
to
of a
even
present
it
do you
out.
want?
There, like, I swear there has to be something in the game code, like, which gives it, like, good, like, bad players better guns, because, like, on my, God accounts, which have 0.01 KDs, I have got the Inferno, Obsidian Steed, Speakeasy, everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely don't have any of those. The best gun I have, elite-wise, or just, weapon variants, is probably the hair trigger AK, and that's it. Nothing else. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
have,
kinda
like,
screwed
7
up.
or 8 AMR9s that I'm never going to use.
Everyone gets the AMR9, the Amili,
Yeah.
the
Like,
Mayhem rocket launcher.
There's no way.
DMK.
There's no way. Say if you earn an enlisted supply drop, there's no way you have the exact same chance of getting an AMR9 as you do with an AK-12 RIP. Not an AK-12 RIP. I mean an AK-12 variant. Like, because like everyone here knows,
Yeah, because it's a
I
good
have
gun. The
I
AMR9
have
is
probably
crap,
I
yeah,
have
no.
probably earned 100 MK14s and AMR9s in total. I've earned 1
Oh, yeah.
AK-12 enlisted.
T Martin made a
I've
video.
never earned a BAL enlisted.
T Martin made a video in the beginning of Advanced Warfare that was from 110 players getting supply drops. The chance of getting an elite item in your supply drop is 9%, and the chance of getting an elite gun is like 3%. So if you fill in all getting those elite guns in that 3% category, not even talking about like getting an Inferno or getting a Obsidian Steed or something. I mean, the chance of getting it is so minuscule.
There's about about 30 guns in this game, and each gun has 2 elites.
10.
Right?
Yeah, it has 10 total, but
Well, it has 2 elites.
2 elites, yeah.
So you got like a 1 in 60 of 2% or 3%. So whatever that is.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
it
it's
comes down to
really
these so many-
small.
That's for
Well,
getting
it's
the gun. That's for getting like the best gun in the game.
It's like 1 out of like 1,000 chance to get the Obsidian Steed, and when you're only getting 3 items per supply drop, I mean, you have to get like 100 supply drops to even get like a
If they were
decent
smart, they would
chance
do a
to
system
do it.
already where it's like,
Well,
HUD,
that's what
but
they're adding into the game. They're going to be adding the
they're
challenger
going to be adding
simulation.
things like supply packs. like they would do in
Well,
FIFA.
apparently they're never gonna do that, but apparently
They're probably thinking about it. They would get so much money
No,
on that.
Michael Condrey tweeted it out today. Like, Allier made a tweet
Watch
that
Greg's
said,
video.
I want the rip. Yeah, I made a video about it. Like, he says he wants the rip. Michael Condrey said, you'll be able to get it soon or something like that. And then someone said, are you going to... Oh, yay, we can spend $2.99 and get any elite gun we want. And then Michael Condrey said, no, it's challenge-based. So they're going to be implementing that. And I would assume if they were smart, they would add this in with the same deal.
Kills of a certain gun, you have a higher chance of getting an elite weapon.
What they
That
are
would be
smart...
No, it should be for getting say 1,000 headshots. You get a choice of your elite variant.
No, I would like it if they did it like you did all
That would
the
encourage boosting, I
attachment
think.
things, all the camos, like all the kill challenges for that gun, and then you get a high priority weapon.
When you
like,
get the gun
okay.
diamond, you get to pick what you want, I think.
Yeah, just something like that. Say if you like.
You have to complete all the challenges for it. Like,
Yeah,
it's hard to get royalty. Like, I mean, that was a grind. I remember, like, in the beginning, no one got royalty. Like, barely anyone got royalty camo.
Nobody got
in the
royalty.
first, like, 3 weeks of the game before they
not
patched
one
it.
Not one person had royalty.
Yeah,
I
because you
think
needed
one person had-
500 headshots.
I think the only person who had royalty might have been like the LMGs, because you could get them a lot easier.
Yeah, but you had to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
500 headshots. That's
Yeah, like-
ridiculous.
I remember, Clues, he had so much time played in Advanced Warfare. Before the update, he had something like 400 headshots and 400 long shots with a bow, and he'd only used that one gun. Like, that's how hard it was before.
It's
Yeah.
stupid.
I'm guessing since we've stopped talking about that skill-based matchmaking now, we might as well just ramble on about other stuff we hate with it.
I want to talk about something else that might be happening soon. Since the DLC is going to come out, there's probably going to be a new update to the game. And they said something about buffing weapons. Now,
Yes.
if you're concerned about anything, is there any gun that stands out that you really want to get buffed? And you think if they
SN6.
buff it too much, that it might be overpowered like the ASM1.
The
You know, if they
SN6
buff
needs to get
anything,
buffed.
someone's gonna complain it's OP. I mean,
I
if
feel
they've
like
done
they don't
decently
need to
good.
test the shotguns a whole lot, even though they said they're going to buff the shotguns.
No one
I
uses the
feel
shotguns
like
that
if
much.
they buff any weapon that might be scary, I would say is the MP11. That
Hey,
gun has a laser beam,
here's the
and I
thing.
feel like if they add more damage to it, it's
And
gonna be
with the
disgusting.
Goliath, it's already a beast.
Here's the thing I'm just going to say while we talk about this. With guns being buffed, in every single card, there's like a specific fire rate, and there's a specific damage and a specific recoil, which just makes a gun, godly when they all like match up. Like the MSMC from BO2, the UMP from Mod 2, and the what's it called, the ASM1 from this game. They all have similar fire rates. They all have this exact same pretty much damage, same shots to kill, and more recoil. Like for some reason every card makes that mistake of making that exact same weapon. Like, those weapons are so similar if you look at the stats, and it's always overpowered. Like, they always make that mistake, and if they buff the MP11, they're just going to remake the Scorpion from BO2. And no one wants that again.
Yeah, because the MP11, in my opinion, is a fairly solid SMG. It's just it doesn't have a lot of range, which is probably the upside.
Make
to it of
the
not being overpowered.
MP11 like the MP7 from BO2. MP7 was a usable, viable gun.
If that
It
thing
was-
gets buffed, it's pretty much going to be an MP7 from BO2.
Yeah. But that's a good thing, because the MP7 was not overpowered, it was a good gun. That's it.
I like
What
it.
they
More
did
like
in the
overpowered,
older
I would
CODs,
say the PDW.
like in Modern Warfare 2, like all the guns were like OP. That's how they need to make it. Like Modern Warfare 2 time to kill, like Ghost was way too fast. Like Modern Warfare 2 was
I don't
kind of
know,
like
I would
perfect.
not like it.
Like did you
I
personally like it?
I don't want to get mapped by a
You know
fucking
how
shotgun.
Black Ops
Like,
1 was
the
the
stats
time to
well.
kill was really long? Did you like that more than Modern Warfare 2?
No, because the problem is when the time to kill is a lot longer, you just get the illusion that it's bad hit detection, when it's not, it's just a time to kill.
Yep.
And that's why everyone hated BO1's, it was in quotations, connection, when it was just the guns had so much recoil, it made it feel like connection was ass cheeks.
But the thing about having a higher time to kill is the fact that you had to have a good shot to kill people fairly quickly. If you didn't have the best shot, it was going to take a long time to kill. Like, you need to pump in 4 bullets at least for most guns.
Yeah, like,
At least.
and you feel, like, when it has high recoil, like the BO1 FAMAS, after it got nerfed, that recoil, it would go
Yeah.
through the roof if you, held the trigger.
Not really.
No.
If you knew how to control it, it wasn't a
Well,
problem.
obviously, I mean, for like a newbie player, and so you get the illusion that it's just bad hit detection. You just get mad at the game. That's a problem with like long time to kill. You just get mad at the game when you think it's hit detection when it's not.
Well, I myself would rather be outgunned with a high time to kill with like 3 to 4 shots, because if I miss one bullet, I'm fucked. But I don't want to have the idea of like Ghost, where I can get two shot across the map by a fucking SMG.
BO2 had
I don't like that idea at
BO2
all.
had a pretty high time to kill, but for some
It
reason,
was good. It was
well,
good.
here's the thing: when games have high times to kill, snipers are even more annoying.
Snipers are a bit of a problem, but
Do you remember? Did any of you guys watch that video of Drifter? He explained
Yes.
that like the kill time for an MSMC was like 300 milliseconds, and a ballista was 330. So if you missed one shot, the ballista's going to outgun you every single time as long as the guy doesn't miss. And that's a problem with high times to kill.
you also have to take into
Snipers
account
destroy you.
connection.
Yeah,
Snipers
and
destroy
you're gonna
high times
miss.
to kill.
Like think about your accuracy though. Even you go to check your barracks, you're
if the
hitting what
ballista-
20% of your shots.
Let's put it this way:
Which is,
if
I don't know how accurate that is.
Let's put it this way: if the guy using the sniper has host, he has more than a 20 millisecond advantage on you. Now the sniper wins every time, and that's a problem with high times to kill. Snipers just come more of a problem, and also like guns like LMGs where you just pre-aim everything, like they become more of a problem with higher times to kill.
I mean, if
So-
you want to talk about balanced sniping and high powerful guns, go back to like COD 4. Because obviously
Yeah.
ADS time for snipers is really low, but the guns dealt a lot of damage.
Which
Like
draws
ARs,
from snipers.
SMGs, things like
Like-
that, they dealt a lot of damage.
I have a question for you guys as well. Like, if you could bring back any gun in this game, like what gun would you want back? Do you think?
Oh, that's a good one.
I
Wait,
would
like, in
choose
Ascot and
the
Any? Well, I would say
So let's actually do it.
Infinity
a gun
Ward.
from let's do it this way: a gun from each class, because then we get more variety.
yeah.
Okay.
If I had to pick an AR,
Just do AR.
I would probably choose the whew,
The
I want the
ACR.
I would choose the MW2 from Moss because there's no good burst weapons in this game.
That's
Okay.
true.
All of them suck.
Here's my.
No, the
That
whole
was basically the Type
Yeah.
Besides the
95.
hole puncher, but
There's
then
no
that's the
good
elite
default
weapon.
but let's put it this way: there's no good default burst weapons. The hole
Mhm.
puncher and the steel bite are god weapons. They're some of the best guns in the game.
Well, if we're talking just default weapons, the FAMAS from Mod 2 would be disgusting in this game.
It
Obviously,
would.
they have to
I,
read it.
I would just love to bring back the TAR 21 from
Well,
MW2. So good.
I'd want the MP44 from COD 2.
All right, let's go to subs
That-
now. Let's go
That's
to
a fun. That's a fun. Like
If we're
I've got-
talking SMGs,
let's
I would
put
like to see the MP7 from Mod 3 come
or the
back.
MP11, PPM. What is it called?
P90.
No, I want
PP90.
I
Or
want
the
a P90.
P90. Yeah, the P90 was really good in all the
Wasn't there some
Warfare.
sort of glitch?
MW3
Someone found like a
P90.
PP90 in the game code?
Yeah, but it's just leftovers.
Yeah, they just copied it. Like, there's an RPG glitch in the story
That's what I
mode
was
on one of the
thinking, but
maps, just stuff like that.
You never know.
I mean, every game is copy and pasted. Did you ever hear that, like, soldier, like, underneath the water on retreat, like, way outside the map? There's, like, a soldier, and I think Scatman made a video about it where there's actually, like, a diagram that they used in COD 4 where they would have players under the, like, a soldier under the map, and, like, it had to do with, like, how effective a gun is at a certain amount of range depending on what type of class the gun was. It's kind of weird,
Interesting.
but
Well,
I mean, every game is just they're kind of copying it, but they have to do that in order to keep it consistent.
Shall we go back to what guns? Like, I would
Yeah.
want a COD 4 P90. Like, I feel like there needs to be a high, like, just a more, like, some. I want fun guns in the COD. I don't want them to bring back try-hard weapons. I want fun guns to be brought back. Like,
Yeah.
Well, if we're
That's-
talking fun guns, then I would probably bring back, like,
Spaz 12 from
probably the
Modern
Akimbo
Warfare
Scorpions
2.
from BO1. I would bring those back.
Dude,
well, we had kinda
Spaz
had them with
12
the
was
stacks, but stacks
awesome.
were awful.
MW2 Spaz was
Oh, it was godly.
Well, if we're talking overpowered, then that's just completely off the charts.
Well, shall we go to
Akimbo
shotguns?
models.
If we're talking shotguns,
Shotguns.
models.
I would bring back probably the
M10
Spaz 12
M10
from BO1.
I would bring back either
that was good.
the
too.
AA12 or the the M1014. I mean,
Oh, AA12, yeah.
You
This
needed
was
you,
so
you
annoying
literally
getting
needed
killed by
I
the dude
know
run
you read that,
scavenger.
you had to run
Or
scavenger.
actually, if not the Spaz 12 from BO1, probably the USAS from Mod 3. That would be my second choice.
USAS was so fucking
And the
fun, dude. It had, like,
striker.
such good range.
Dude,
Oh,
the
the
striker.
the
Oh my-
W1200 from oh no, the trench gun from World at War. No, double barrel shotgun. That's it. The double barrel shotgun. Don't know if
Remember
you guys
the
played
remember
World
the
at War.
stakeout
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Black Ops
The
1?
double barrel shotgun was the most
Stakeout was
badass
fun,
weapon
too.
ever to be in COD.
But it was a piece of shit at range.
Yeah, but it was so fun. You could blow people's legs off.
No.
Yeah.
They need to bring
Next
more
category,
gore into
snipers.
COD.
Snipers,
Alright.
PTRS.
No, easily the intervention. Get out of here. intervention
If we're
all
talking
day.
fan favorites, I would love the M40.
The
If we're
M40.
talking fan favorites.
But the only
But
problem is
if I'm talking
M40
realistic, what I would want, probably the PTRS.
like
That
the
was
problem
such
with,
a good
I
one.
like the Barrett from MW2.
What they need to-
It just
they need
has
to
such a
do-
manly sound.
well,
to it.
with this game, what they need to do is bring back snipers to the ADS time of COD 4, or do you know War at War, where like, but now do you know like snipers? You've got like built-in quick draw, like that's stupid.
No, it's at the point where you can blacksmith people across the map and it would be a perfect shot.
Exactly. Like how
I
is
don't
that?
get that.
How is that not?
Isn't there also a problem with the snipers where they're not even aligned correctly? It's
Oh,
like
no,
the
it's-
FAL red dot
Oh, do you
where
remember-
the bullets go to the
remember
left
on
or right.
Do you know on BO1 where your ADS it starts swaying instantly?
Hmm.
It's like the sway starts when you, do you know, tap the right, do you know, the left trigger to start aiming. It's like the sway starts and then you just, you know, when you're aimed at ADS, it's like a random part of that sway. That's how it works in this game, and it's stupid.
I guess.
But what else? Pistols, Desert Eagle.
COD 4
was
Desert
so
Eagle.
bad.
If not that, the Python.
Magnum.
The old one.
44.
Oh,
B23R.
Either a
I was about to
Python
say the
from
93
or
are
44 Magnum from.
Yeah, the
Oh, yeah,
Rafficas.
Raffica.
Oh,
That's a machine,
3 on
isn't it?
burst. Dude, is so
or the
good.
Yeah, we have-
G18s.
Oh, Akimbo.
We do have the Replicas in this game, which it's retarded cousin. That Grak thing, where
No,
the
that crack is so bad.
retarded cousin, it like lost a bullet
What
when
else?
when it gave
Um,
You
birth.
could run around with the Rafficas as prime.
LMGs.
Yeah, let's go to LMGs.
No, I barely use LMGs,
RPG.
but I would probably have to go with the RPD from Mod 2.
If you're
RPG
hacking,
or
you're
M60.
using the RPD.
No,
'cause it's just
BO1
so good.
M60, you felt like a man using that gun.
No, all you did is like when I had my friends on when we used to play back in the day, everyone ran what was it, lightweight, toughness, and like extreme conditioning or marathon, and everyone would just put on M60 big ammo and on Nuketown just just spray through the walls to kill people.
Yeah, I used to
Oh,
spawn trap with that gun too. It's so
Yep.
fun.
You asshole.
Like, this, like, COD needs to bring back fun guns, like, not try-hard guns. Like, that's the thing with, you know, Ghost. All they did is, like, make, like, do you know the DLC weapon?
Every weapon felt like a try hard
I
weapon.
I still feel like in Advanced
Except for,
Warfare
like,
they
the
did that
CBJ,
though.
that
I
was
mean,
the only goofy
Why can't they bring a flamethrower in the game? Like,
Oh,
that'd
that'd
be
be
so
fucking
fun.
awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
even the flamethrower in Black Ops 1 was good as that attachment.
Exactly, like,
It
the
was
World
so
of
Thunder
fun.
barrel attachment. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah,
World at War flamethrower is the best thing ever to use.
it was fun. Yes.
So we've hit at what? Subs, snipers, shotties, pistols.
What else do we need?
Marksman rifles. I don't know if that's really
No,
We
it's
haven't
not
set up, like,
whenever
launch-
you
Single,
have
let's do
stuff
single
goes.
single shot rifles. I'd want the M14 from COD 4.
FAL from Mod 2.
That's a good one as well.
Mm,
FAL
yeah,
was
yeah,
really good. Yeah.
I like the Mod 2 version better than the Black Ops 2 version. It was
The
just
BO2
Black Ops 2
version
version was
had-
too sweaty.
Yeah, it was just if you saw a guy with an FAL on BO2, you knew he had a modded controller.
Or
Or just
actually, no,
have-
take my answer back. The M1A1 carbine, World of War.
Oh, how did I forget about it? How dare I?
As soon as you said mod controller, I just thought of that.
I
You
used to
didn't even have to have a mod controller. That thing was
Yeah.
fully auto.
All right, so I have another question after this. I think we're pretty much wrapped up with this one. What game do you want next?
What do you mean, what game?
What Treyarch? Like what time period?
Fucking World at War 2. Give me
World
some
at War
War
2 would be
World War II
freaking
as-
dope. I think like after World War 1, kind of like going into World War 2, like my ideal COD would be a Nazi perspective, but they're obviously not going to do that. But like,
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, that might
I'm
be a
gonna go
little
opposite
touchy.
of this with you
yeah,
guys.
they wouldn't be able to
It'd be
play.
kind of
them.
cool if they did a war game where it's built around either the Gulf War or the Afghan War back in the
Well,
70s.
They
and
could
80s.
do that,
Well,
but
that's just BO.
They, well, wasn't it like
Just
fucking
BO1
Medal of
pretty
Honor
much,
that
like,
was,
you know,
back
that
in
same
the
time.
yeah, kinda, yeah, like Cold War.
BO1 was more like.
I guarantee if they went back to World at War, you'd hate it because they can't be as inventive.
They can
No, dude,
they
you know
can
what?
make up guns. They can make a story about like how the Germans or Nazis were like creating. They do that with zombies. Like you know how in zombies they have all those weird guns. Like they could do something where like the Nazis are like creating like all
Plus,
this.
I wouldn't mind having a
weird
World at War game
experimental
where
guns.
we're getting our asses wet at the beginning and then we start kicking ass in the end. I would
I
like
mean,
it to
come on,
actually
like
start
who
from
doesn't
39
want
to
to see
45.
like who doesn't want to see someone's legs getting blown off or their arms getting
Yeah.
blown off? And
I don't think
fucking
they would ever
1080p,
do that
like,
because they
through
tr-
1080p.
they
Because
tried
it's,
making it more
too
family
mature.
friendly. That's why they
Here's the
took
thing:
it out.
World at War was rated 15, like in England. I don't know what it was rated in America.
M.
M.
It's always M. Every
Oh,
COD
well,
is M.
M
It
is
feels like it's
17.
10
In England,
plus.
we have a rating. It's like, you know, between like, you know, I don't know what do you call it, like teenager and, you know, like 18 or mature. And it's like COD was 15 until like Mod 2. Like, I don't know what they like. They always get the rate. All they have to do to bring the rating down is not put someone getting nuked in the campaign. And
True.
It's
fine.
all about campaign and how much they swear nowadays, for real.
Yeah.
Like even Black Ops 1, it looks so cartoony. Like that game could have probably been rated T.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
There was some gore, but it wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah, it was really minuscule, and the main reason the gore was on the actual M rating was for zombies.
Yeah.
I just think
I would love
think
to see
gore is
gore
they
come
need to
back,
bring it
but
back.
it ain't gonna happen because people are a little sensitive.
If they go to a World at War type of setting, they're definitely gonna have to bring it back. I mean,
Tally. It's
granted,
the
you-
developer's fault, not the parents' fault.
Yeah.
I mean, if you, I'm just saying, like, you can't have like everybody's limbs getting fucking blown off in advanced warfare. I mean, you got exosuits and everything. The worst you can have is the suit exploding on them.
Which
I
would
mean,
still
that'd
be
be
freaking
pretty cool.
awesome. You can't deny that.
That'd be cool as well.
Explosions make
The
everything
World at
better.
War, like World War II was super gruesome. Like everything was like, oh
Well,
god, it's
I
terrible.
mean, they tried making it really
Like, the best
realistic,
weapon
and
to
that
probably
actually.
run in World at War was probably either the double barrel shotgun or the PTRS.
Well,
Those were some
everyone's
like,
like,
if
oh,
you
but
wanna-
it's bad. It's not that bad. Like,
I just had a fucking T1 thought.
what's your T1 thought, sir?
For like a nuke for World at War, you could just call in fucking mustard gas.
Oh, why don't you just drop
Or
it?
Tubon,
drop it bomb?
Tubon gas or whatever.
Why don't you
How
just
about
drop a
this?
H-bomb?
30 gun streak and you become Mecha Hitler from Wolfenstein.
No, we're not becoming Hitler.
If we're talking like unrealistic, fucking right, yeah.
If
Well,
we were
good
talking
point.
unrealistic,
Mustard
they
gas.
should make the COD like Wolfenstein so that
You
the
can already
Nazis
be
won the
Michael
war.
Myers and Predator, so why can't we be Mega Hitler or Mecha Hitler? Like, it's only like progression.
Exactly.
Oh my
Or if we're talking like DNA type thing, I guess yeah, the mustard gas thing wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be too bad.
Or
But
like,
That,
what
that
would it be
killed so
called? You
many
can't just
Or
be like
like a-
mustard gas inbound. That
or
just
you
sounds
could just
gay.
do like a Corrine.
and then everybody puts on like, no, you have the like little things. You know those things that you're used for parties that you used to use when you were a kid that you like twirled around on a stick and it made like a clicking sound. Those things are actually used in trenches as a signal to like put on your mask for incoming gas and stuff.
Ooh, got a history, mate.
And you could-
Interesting.
You could
That's
actually
really
have
cool.
like a incoming like that sound going off and then people
As long
have
as there
masks
isn't
put on
some sort of
the
reference
gas.
to the Holocaust for that last kill streak that you get, I'm perfectly fine with
Oh,
it.
you're a non-Holocaust believer.
Oh, shut up.
We don't want to cover the Holocaust in
Yeah,
the video.
no.
Last thing we need is a kill streak being called the pizza oven. We don't want that to happen.
Why?
Oh man. Just stop.
That's the last
Just
thing we
drop
need.
it there. I mean, in a World War II game, you could add the nuke as the.
You
as the
could,
actual-
technically, if you want to go on specific maps.
Oh.
Map-based kill streak, Hiroshima.
Stop.
You know what I like? What I'd really like to see though is cutscenes, like at the end of a game and like the beginning of a game, kind of like you see in like Killzone or something like that.
Like
You
get
guys
your
kind
ass
of
whipped, and then you just see your team get annihilated. You whip their ass. You just see yourself whipping their asses in a cutscene.
Oh, yeah,
I like
type of
I like
stuff.
cutscenes. I think that'd be so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Like to drop like every single map's got a different sort of cutscene you drop in off like a aircraft
Oh, like
carrier.
Titanfall.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
about coming
it's
into
so
the
cool
game
for
off a
that.
helicopter. I think that might be a little too much, but definitely like a cutscene in the end would be
Or
cool.
just make the loading screen something fun. Like, that's all
I
you
wanna
gotta do.
sit
Make
there
it
and
make it
watch
like
it
a
load
mini
my
game or
settings.
something,
Yeah.
or at least add music
Yeah,
like
we'll
they
do
had in Black
arcade
Ops 2.
zombies in the middle of each game.
Well, I'm guessing we've got off topic a lot here, so shall we wrap it up around?
Well, this is definitely getting broken down into
yeah.
parts.
Shall we wrap it up around now?
I mean, I really enjoyed doing this. Let us know, guys, if you're still here listening to this, if you want us to continue doing this. Because I mean, we're in calls all the time, talking about stuff like this. So I mean, I think it's pretty
We need to
interesting.
get more people, not just us four.
Yeah, exactly. We can mix it up every
Yeah,
week.
so I mean, I'm pretty much. I know I'm gonna break this down to parts from like what we've
Same
talked
here.
about
Yeah,
because it's
same.
gonna be too damn long to upload like a 50-minute video.
Yeah, I'm not uploading a
Yeah.
50-minute commentary.
Yeah, that
That's
can be
way too
spaced out. So I mean, if you guys on like for my channel or anyone else's channel, I mean, if you like what we're talking about, if you got anything you want to hear us talk about, of course you'll hear like
Exactly.
more different stuff. But just leave it down in the comments below. You know, that's just kind of telling us what you want to see and hear.
And don't worry, I actually do believe the Holocaust happened. I'm not a Holocaust
He's lying.
believer.
He's lying.
Yeah, I'll just go back at my tweets.
He
and
sent me a
believe that tweet.
Wikipedia page of reasons why the Holocaust didn't happen.
History is
Yeah,
written by the
well.
victors, and obviously the victors lie.
All right. On that note,
Okay, that's it.
let's
That's a
wrap it
whole
up there.
nother topic for discussion. We're not getting into this now.
Yeah,
Maybe
let's
maybe
end
the
it now.
next
Let's end it
episode
now.
if you guys want us to talk about that. But
Let's just end it now, quick.
yeah,
Talk about
thanks for
history.
watching, guys. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
All right,
guys.
well, I'll see you guys a little later.
Have a big dick.
Peace.